Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you today, fresh out at the gym. I gotta go start my Monday by going to work, and wanted to catch up with a little bit of an update on the video I put up the other day talking about Jose Aldo and his rib injury. It's a little bit funny. I mean, no matter what reports you read and who you listen to, if it's a Brazilian doctor, they're saying that Aldo's ribs are just bruised, and he's going to be all right, and he's going to be able to fight. If you talk to an American doctor, they're saying that definitely that Aldo did get into a sparring session, and his sparring partner accidentally did break his ribs, and they're broken, and that leads a lot of talk to about what's going to happen with UFC 189. Of course, this is big fight week in LA, the big WrestleMania of UFC, and you know, there's a lot of money riding on this. This is the main event. I mean, this is Brock versus Roman Reigns. If you're a wrestling fan, I mean, this is what they've all built to. It seems like this match was named like 6 months ago, and so many times you hear about UFC fights being named, and the fights two months later. But Conor and Aldo have both been training their asses off for this fight, both trying to get into the best shape and the best fighting shape of their career, because for Conor McGregor, this is the fight that's going to be his legacy. I mean, for the time he's been in UFC, his mouth has done the talking for him, and he's finally talked himself up into this big match. And Aldo, who's been champion for years, and beat anybody who's come at him, McGregor's done everything to try to intimidate him by winning that last fight against Seaver. He climbed up over the cage and got right into Aldo's face, which Aldo laughed at him. So this has the big setting for a big, huge fight. UFC hasn't come out and said that they're going to pull the fight, but there's been talks of maybe moving the fight until October. But then you've got all the people from Ireland who have already bought their plane tickets and their hotel stays and their UFC tickets to go to this fight. That what are they going to do to make these fans from Ireland happy? They're not going to want to turn around, go to this fight in July, and then come all the way back in October. So, as of right now, Mendes has been named as sort of a backup in case Aldo pulls out. But this fight has become so personal between Aldo and McGregor that I don't think there's a chance in hell that Aldo's going to pull out of this fight. I mean, even after the injury was named, Conor McGregor has, called out Aldo to stay into the fight, calling him a pussy, saying that, his game plan was never to go after the body, never go after those ribs. It was always, to go after the head and try to take his head out. But we'll have to see what goes down with this fight, because I mean, as you can think of anybody going into a fight with bruised ribs, you take a shot into those ribs, you're going to go down like there's no tomorrow. I don't know anybody who's had any kind of rib injuries, but it affects your breathing, and it affects your stamina, and even just one slight little touch and you're going to fall. So we're going to have to see what this builds up to. Obviously, they go into this fight, no matter what happens with McGregor, Aldo's always going to have that out, and the rematch will always be named pretty much as soon as the fight comes out for Aldo to get healthy and Aldo to come back. UFC will always, sort of, pat Aldo on the back for going in there and fighting, even if he is not 100%. But, Aldo, even if he's not at 100%, he's going to be damn good. He's a damn good fighter. He's been on top of that division for a long time. Dave Meltzer was talking a lot about how a rib injury is going to affect his stamina, with him, weight cutting to get down to weight for the fight, and then, being able to get his body back to 100% before fight night with that 24-hour turnaround. So, lots of eyes are going to be on UFC 189 from Las Vegas that weekend, but I think even more now, seeing what this fight means.